Hello, Happy New Year, and welcome to this first class of 2023. Let's get started lying down on our mats. As you surrender your weight into the floor. Oops, Carol, I think you don't mute yourself for some reason. Can you do that, please?
Do what?
Mute yourself, hon. Thank you. So as you surrender your weight into the floor, feel the places that the floor supports you. We're working with beginnings this month. It's a 1 month. It's the beginning of the year. First chakra is all about foundations and connection to the earth, grounding. So we have as much of our body as possible right now, connected to the earth. Notice how safe you feel. You feel safe in your body, safe in your world, safe to let go and surrender your weight into the earth. Feel the movement of your breath. Nice and slow. Feel the belly rise. Belly fall. Feel the body getting heavy with relaxation. Feeling safety and trust. Comfortable in your body. Safe and secure in the world. Let's bring a little wiggle into the fingers and toes. And stretch out from heels to fingertips. Let's bring one leg in and give that leg a hug. And circle the hip in the hip socket. And circle back the other way. And one more hug in, pulling the knee into the left armpit, or the nearest armpit. And back to center, and pulling the knee across the body to the opposite armpit. And back to center. And let's put that foot on the floor and slide it down. Surrender. Let's bring the other leg in and give it a hug. And circle that hip in the hip socket, or that leg in the hip socket. And circle the other way. And one more nice, lovely squeeze And pull the knee into the nearest armpit. And back to center and across the other way. Back to center. One more squeeze. And place that foot on the floor and slide it down. Inhale the arms up overhead, stretch out from heels to fingertips. And let's walk the heels around to one side, keeping the whole body on the floor and stretching in a C shape. And come back to center and walk the heels around the other way. Deep breath and stretch. And back to center. Let's stretch out from one heel to, let's say the left side, left heel to left fingertips, big stretch. And soften, and right heel to right fingertips, big stretch. And soften, and heels to fingertips, big stretch. Deep breath, and surrender, exhale. And bring the arms back in, bring the legs back in, give yourself a hug. And hands to knees, encircling both knees together, parallel. Feeling that sacrum circling on the floor. And circle back the other way. And give yourself one more hug. And then roll over and come to the back of your mat in child pose. So we're still staying nice and close to the earth. Knees can be nice and wide so the ribs can rest against your thighs. If your forehead doesn't reach the floor, you can support your forehead on your arms. Again, feeling the support of the earth and drawing that earth energy up into your body. And let's lift the head and walk the hands around to one side and then lower the head if it works for you. Lift the head and walk yourself around the other way. And back to center. One more big stretch. And pressing into the right hand, bring your left arm in, palm up, arm parallel to your knees, and then slide through, coming into an easy side twist. And back to center, and bring the other arm in and slide through. And back to center. And bringing your forearms to the floor, tuck your chin, come up and bring your knees to parallel. And bring the forehead, the top of the head to the floor. Feel the opening in your back, the connection of your body to the floor and the earth. And press back once more to egg pose. And inhale up into table. Let's do some foot waking up here. I'm going to turn the toes over and spread the toes wide. Press the toes into the floor. And you can begin to walk yourself back towards your heels, stopping whenever you feel too much stretch in your feet, or coming all the way up into Thunderbolt with your feet flexed. Taking a few breaths here. You can interlace your hands. If at any point this gets to be too much, point your toes instead, or come out and go into easy pose. We're just going to stretch up tall as we reach down through the feet. And down. And coming back into our table. Going to move the hips from side to side. So this being the first class of the year, and it's been a long time since some of us have been practicing, we're being real easy and gentle with ourselves. Again, we talked about safety and security and feeling good in your body. So we're just getting reacquainted with our bodies today after a long time, perhaps, of not giving them the loving attention of our yoga class. And let's turn that into some cat circles. Let's go the other way. Feel the shifting of your weight as you move around. The support of your bones. Particularly when you come forward, feel the support of the bones of the arms as you come forward. And let's come back into a nice table position, finding our alignment here with our hands and wrists right under our shoulders, our knees right under our hips. Feeling grounded through the hands and lifting up away from the hands, pressing the shins and the feet down into the earth, engaging the legs, feeling our connection to the earth. Let's lift the head and the tailbone as we drop the belly towards the floor. And then tuck the tailbone, draw the belly up as we round up nice and high. Feel the movement of the pelvis. The shoulders roll back. Tailbone points down as the body lifts up and the head relaxes down. Deep, full breaths. Feeling safe and secure in our bodies as we move mindfully. And we're feeling the support and the strength of our bones to hold us up. Creating a nice stable structure. And coming back to a flat back. Let's inhale the right leg through, coming into a nice lunge. You can walk that foot forward if you like, dropping the hips and lifting the chest. And stay here or bring your hands to your legs, arcing back. Deep breaths, shoulders down. Draw the lower belly up. And come on back down, reaching back to a toe hamstring stretch. That again. And then up, through. Bring those hips down. Again, you can scoot that foot forward as long as the knee stays right over the heel. So we're feeling the support of the bones, our structure. And come up onto the thigh. Roll the shoulders down, lifting the chest. Drawing the lower belly up. Just doing an easy warrior one today. Not even adding arms yet. Or just feeling the support of the structure. Come on back down and press back into toe hamstring stress. Stretch, lifting the front toes up, reaching back with the hips. Back and either press back into child or come into a squat, whichever is better for you. So either way, you're reaching your tailbone towards the floor and stretching your spine long. And you can rock a little from side to side, whether you're in Malasana or Balasana, either one. And then come to stillness, again, feeling the support of the earth. And let's make our way to a forward fold. Hanging over the legs, and bend your knees so much that your chest can rest on your thighs. Let your head relax. So feeling again the support of the bones, the structure holding you up. Bringing your hands to your sacrum, let's straighten the spine. Press into your heels as you slowly come up. Coming into Tadasana. Finding your mountain pose, feet are parallel. Hip width apart if that works for you. If you need a wider stance for safety and security in your body, you can do that. This gives you the maximum support of the bones when you're parallel. Tailbone drops, lower abdomen lifts, shoulders down, stretching up tall like a string is pulling you through the top of your head, reaching down through your heels. Let's lift up the toes, pressing into the balls of the feet, and spread those toes wide and relax them back down. In the hands up, and we're going to gently sway, pulling the energy towards us and pushing the energy away. Read in the wind. Feeling secure and safe in our body. Safe structure. And you can stay with this or close your eyes and let the body move any way it wants. Feeling the support of the bones, feeling safe and secure with the connection to the earth, allowing the body to move and sway in whatever direction it likes. You can imagine drawing red earth energy up your legs to help you feel secure and grounded. And let's inhale. Do some sun shining breaths. And exhale. Drawing the energy up from the earth. And showering that energy around you, creating a safe space in your aura, your energy field. Let's bring one arm up. Let's bring that left arm up. Slide the right arm down. So again, we're feeling the support of our, pardon me, support of our legs. We reach over. You can rotate your head to look down. Looking down at the earth, drawing earth energy up through your eyes. Back to center, inhale back up, reaching out and pressing down. Let's bring the other arm up, slide down the leg, pressing the hand against the leg for balance and support. And rotate your head, look down. Feel your connection to the earth, earth supporting you. Inhale the head to center, reach up, out, and press down. Bring the hands to the sacrum, growing roots down into the earth to feel secure. Begin to press the hips forward and the chest towards the sky, arcing back. And inhale back to center. And roll over, starting with the head, shoulders, upper back, mid back, lower back. Coming into a forward fold as far as feels good to you. And then walk your hands around to one side. Feel that lovely stretch. And walk around the other way. And come back to center, forward fold. Press your hips back. Inhale, lift your head and chest. Reach your arms out in front of you and come on up into awkward pose. Again, feeling this alignment of your body. Your weight is on your heels, your hips are back, your chest is lifted, and your arms are reaching. The legs are parallel. You can even lift up your toes to encourage your weight to go back on your heels. Inhale up. Bring the palms together. Stretch up tall. Lift your chest towards the sky. It doesn't have to be a big back arc here. Just lifting the chest and stretching up. Now bring your hands behind you. Elbows towards each other and go into deeper back stretch if that feels good to you. Opening the front of the body. I said back stretch and then back. Inhale back up. Come back to center, feeling the alignment of your body, the support of the earth, the structure of your bones. Let's step out to a 5-pointed star. Then the feet are parallel. Lift those toes up, relax them down. Lift the arches up and draw energy up from the earth. Lifting the kneecaps and engaging the thighs. Feel the muscles hugging the bones. You can imagine drawing red earth energy up if you like. Tuck the tailbone Lift the pelvic floor and the lower abdominals. Inhale up, lifting the side ribs, tucking the lower ribs in. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down, and reach your arms out. And bring the chin in slightly and stretch the top back of your neck long. Deep breaths. Remember that image of the perfect human, the man, it is a man, unfortunately. I guess it could be androgynous. Inside a circle, inside a square. Big smile because that's you, the perfect human. And let's rotate our toes towards the left. Hips and shoulders facing the front of the room. Inhale tall, exhale lunge into Virabhadrasana 2 and turn and look over your middle finger. I'm going to step out wider. So again, the structure here, the shoulders are over the hips. The knee is over the heel. The arms are parallel to the floor. And if your arms get tired, bring your hands to your hips. Let's drop that back hand and reach into a reverse warrior pose. Inhaling back into Virabhadrasana 2. And reach over the leg and come into side angle. Nice long line of energy from your back heel to your fingertips. Both sides of your spine nice and straight. Inhaling back up into triangle pose and toe heel, back to Tadasana. Finding that perfect posture, support of the bones, strong and powerful. Affirmation for Tadasana is I stand for myself. Let's step out and do the other side. I'm going to go a little wider right here. So I guess I've been not feeling safe and secure enough in my body to take a wider step. I'm doing that today and challenging that, going to my edge. And we'll rotate the toes towards the right, hips and shoulders facing front. Inhale tall, exhale, bringing the knee right over the heel. Keeping that knee in line with your toes. Don't let the arch drop. I have flat feet. What about you? I want to make sure that arch is nice and lifted. Both arches. Let's pick up the toes and spread them wide. Relax the back down. Turn and look over your middle finger. So the nice thing about Zoom is you can look at yourself in your image there and see if your shoulders are over your hips, if your knee is over your heel. Back into the thigh, reach the front arm up and slide down the leg, keeping the front leg vertical. Don't slide out of your warrior 1 stance, warrior 2 stance. Coming back into warrior two. And let's reach over the leg and come into Parshvakonasana, side angle. Again, using it in the mirror of the Zoom to have your spine nice and straight. Nice long line from the back heel to your fingertips, keeping those arches lifted. And feeling the weight on the balls of your feet, inner and outer heel. Let's inhale back up, turn the toes in, and toe heel back to Tadasana. Finding that perfect structure, the weight even on both feet, front and back. And let's turn that into a stork pose, shifting your weight to the right and lifting your left heel. Stay here or reach your arms out, find your drishti, and if you feel to, lifting that leg up. Drawing that red earth energy up your standing leg. And down. Coming back to Tadasana. Shift your weight over to the left. Lift your heel. Add arms. Find your drishti. Draw your belly in. And if you like, bring that leg up in front of you at a right angle, or however high your flexibility allows. And then back to Tadasana. We'll soften for a minute and stretch back up. Inhale, stretch tall. Exhale, feel the body relax. Inhale, stretch by pressing your feet into the floor and reaching to the sky. Exhale, softening the muscles around the bones. And let's come on down by coming through downward facing dog if you can. Bringing the hands to the floor, bending the knees, begin to walk those hands forward. That doesn't work, come down at the table first. Walking your feet back and pressing back into downward facing dog. Let's start with the knees bent and the tailbone lifted. Inhale, stretching the legs towards straight, the heels towards the floor. Exhale, bending the knees slightly. Keep pressing into the base of your index finger. Inhale, stretching the legs, straightening, pressing the heels towards the floor. Exhale, bending the knees, and notice how that releases the tightness in your hamstrings, and your tailbone can stretch up more towards the sky. A little more concave here. Inhale, stretching the legs towards the floor. There's a little more pull on your lower back, tending to turn the tailbone down a little bit. So you want to work against that if you can. One more time, bend the knees, lift the tailbone. You should really be able to do that with the bent knees. And then pressing the heels towards the floor. Trying to keep that lower back in a concave position if you can. And then coming down onto your knees. And just coming down onto your belly. Relax. So roll the knees so the legs are parallel. Bring the head in line with the spine. Bring the hands in front of you for Sphinx pose. Again, working on our alignment, our shoulders are right over the elbows, the arms are parallel. Sometimes I see people doing Sphinx pose. I don't know, weird ways, but anyway, we're working on the alignment and the bones holding you up, pulling the floor towards you as you lift your chest, look up slightly without crunching your neck, looking up so the pose has a curve of energy from your eyebrows to your toes. Press the top of the feet and the pelvis into the floor. And if you like, pressing into your palms, letting the body lift up a little more, only if that deepens the curve in your spine, but the shoulders don't move at all. And slowly come back down and come all the way down. Heels out, palms up, cheek to the other side. Then let's go into half locust Padmasana, bringing your chin on the floor. Legs are parallel. Let's soften the left leg, keeping the hips on the mat. Reach the right leg up towards the sky. Deep breaths, pressing the pelvis into the floor. Feeling the support of the abdominal muscles. Making sure there's no pinch in your lower back. And lower that leg down, soften, shimmy your hips. Come to stillness, soften your right leg. Deep breath, stretch your left leg out and inhale it up, keeping the hips on the floor. And lower that leg down, soften, shimmy, and press back into child. If it feels good to you, roll your forehead side to side on the floor. And let's roll over onto our backs. Bring the knees into the chest once again. Give yourself a nice hug. Feel your back long on the floor. So we're reaching our tailbone down towards the floor. Our shoulders back and towards the floor. Getting as much of your back on the floor as you can, even as you hug your legs into your torso. Press the belly back towards the spine on the exhale. Make it dynamic Vipassana. And let's place the feet on the floor for Setu Bandhasana, bridge pose, arms at your sides. So again, the legs are parallel, knees are over your heels, palms are at your sides. Let's press into the heels and begin to lift the spine up off the floor. Imagine your hips are in a sling and you're lifting through that sling, through the outside of your hips. The legs are magnetically drawn towards each other. They're not splaying outward. So again, we're feeling the strength of our legs, helping us lift. And you can stop in a straight line. Notice how that feels. Just breathe there for a few breaths. And slowly come back down. Again, we're a little stiff. We haven't done this for a while. And this time we'll go all the way up. Inhaling, pressing the hips into the floor. Hips, heels into the floor. Feel the weight shifting onto your shoulders. And if you're up high enough, the elbows and shoulders come underneath you, coming into a yoga mudra here. Imagine the structure. Can you imagine your skeleton in this asana? Can you see the bones and how they support you as you open your spine in Setu Bandhasana? And let's release the arms and slowly roll back down one vertebra at a time. Bring the legs in again and give yourself another hug. A little rock from side to side. Bring the soles of your feet together, pull your ankles towards you and press your knees away. Again, the spine is long, tailbone reaching towards the floor, shoulders pressing back. Belly pulling in on the exhale. Release the hands and lower your legs to the floor in a diamond shape. Bring your hands to your heart in prayer position, or bring your arms up overhead into two diamonds. And take your right knee and bring that over on top of your left knee. Bring your legs out at right angles, stacking one knee over the other. And then take your right hand and open it away from your legs, coming into your bent knee spinal twist. Feel the weight of your body surrendering into the floor. Feeling safe and secure in your body, safe and secure in the world. And bring your head to face your knees. And come on back up, giving yourself a hug. And then lower your knees down the other way, making right angles with your legs, stacking one knee on top of the other. Take your left arm and open it out away from your legs. Surrender your weight into the floor. And if that's too much, you can prop this arm or bend the elbow and support the hand on the floor. Because maybe you're a little stiff. Or even just rest your hand on your shoulder or your leg, or just find what works for you. Turn your head back towards your knees. Bring your legs back to center. Give yourself one more hug. And then get what you need for Shavasana. And come back down. And I'm gonna go get my water bottle. You can lie down in Shavasana. I'll be with you in a second. So we're finding the support of the earth. If you can feel more supported with a rolled up blanket under your knees or something light under your head, go right ahead and do that. Feel the places where the body is supported by the earth. The back of your heels, back of your calves, back of your buttocks, in front of your buttocks, shoulder blades, back of your head, back of your arms and hands. Feel supported and safe in your body, in your world.
Bring your awareness
to the base of your spine between your legs. Imagine a swirling vortex of red energy. Feel that red energy filling your whole skeleton with strength and health. Slowly begin to bring some movement back into your fingers and toes. Gently move your head from side to side. And move and stretch in whatever way feels good to you. And bring your feet flat on the floor. Bring your hands together, rub them briskly. And cup them over the eyes. You can stay here as long as you like. When you're ready, roll to one side and come to a seated position. For this morning's thought for the day. Namaste.